This is what a hero looks like. Just days after graduating from the police academy, Officer Nick Wilt was shot in the head while trying to save others during one of our city's darkest days.
A year later, the Wilt family is sharing details about his remarkable recovery, and it's a story we haven't heard until now. WDRB's Stefan Johnson shares that journey with us tonight.
Suspect down! Get the officer!
I'll never forget the day that Zach texted me, told me Nick was on that scene.
April 10th, 2023, a mass shooting at Old National Bank on East Main Street near Slugger Field.
And then not even 5 minutes later, I got the call.
It is Officer Nick Wilt's fourth day on the job, and family members soon learn he's one of the first on the scene.
And then I was only at work for 5 minutes, and so I just booked it to downtown and had no idea where I was going.
It is a day that changed our city.
It was just a day I'll never forget.
And the lives of the Wilt family forever.
After I saw the video the first time they showed it to us in the hospital, that's the first thing I said is, look, his hands aren't shaking. He was never nervous.
By the time it was over, the gunman took the lives of 5 innocent people and injured several others. Does Nick ever ask you about what happened?
We've asked him, and he says he does not remember. In the hospital, he did tell Zach he did remember. He thought that somebody was still after him.
Pull up. Rushing to the scene, putting his own life on the line, eliminating the threat, Nick Wilt is the definition of a hero.
And I've talked to him about that. I said, you know, you ran straight in. He's like, that's what we do. He said, we have to interfere. I said, you saved lives because you did that. You distracted the person who was committing, you know, that crime. And he said, that's what we do.
Surrounded by his mother, Jennifer, and brothers, Zach and Alex, Officer Wilt spent the next several months recovering at U of L Hospital, then Frazier Rehab.
But he is aware what happened. He knows that he has a brain injury and that he has that he was shot in the head. He knows that. We've told him. They told him that at Frazier. They made sure every day they rehearsed that with him. Why are you here? So he knows that, but he doesn't talk about it at all.
But he does appreciate those who acknowledge what he did that day. So people are calling you a hero. Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good. I'm happy for it.
Do you feel like a hero?
I do.
Nick doesn't make many public appearances.
Everywhere I go, I get stopped. Everywhere I go. I went to Gustavo's a month ago. I got 3 people walked up to me. I went to just a fire station the other day, and they were doing some community outreach, and I got stopped by 2 of the wives that were there.
I get stopped occasionally. I'll go the gas station, pump gas, and somebody will recognize me, or I'll have on the back of my car, I got the Wilt's Warrior sticker, and somebody will recognize and ask how he is, and of course I tell him how he's doing, and I thank them for their support and for asking, and the community has been amazing.
Yes, they have been.
Nick was released from the hospital in July and continues to make progress.
It's slow, but they told us that it would be 2 years before we would start to see major progress, and we have started seeing it within the first year. Is he up to what he was before the injury? No, but the fact that he's making jokes, he's starting to laugh, he's having responses.
And he has started appearing in public more, like when he received the Law Enforcement Purple Heart.
Officer Nicholas Wilt is awarded the Purple Heart.
And several other awards at the annual Louisville Metro Police Foundation Awards celebration in March.
An honor every single time. I mean, to recognize him, to keep his story going, his sacrifice.
Right now, Nick is limited to the use of one hand, but during the award ceremony, he was still able to applaud with some help from his twin.
We kind of developed that, actually I think that night, to be honest, because he can't clap with both hands. So that's his way of clapping.
Nick can also stand and walk.
He needs someone around him still, but his balance is much better. He doesn't really need a cane.
Nick even has his own dance.
This dance? It's the only dance I can really do, so I just kind of taught myself.
But his mom says there are also some frustrations.
So he'll get a little angry in the morning when he first gets up, and we talked to some of his therapists about that, and they said he realizes in the morning reality hits him, that this is real.
Challenges sure to continue for Nick Wilt, but so many challenges already overcome, despite the odds, knowing he has the support of his family, his fellow officers, and the entire community. What do you think about seeing your fans in public when you go out?
I say it is what it is.
It is what it is. This is without question a tragic story, was a tragic story, but what a blessing the Wilt family and Nick Wilt is to this community, and what a treat for us to get to hang out with them for a few hours.
Like an officer you would expect, doesn't think of himself as a hero, even though he is one. And really, what a beacon of hope and joy for the community to see how he's doing after the loss of life suffered by this city and those families on that day, that he's making this much progress. It's such a bright spot.
And you guys heard his mom say that he knows that he has a head injury, but to see Nick laugh and talk and dance, and if you haven't seen that story where he's doing weather with Weinberg, you gotta go online and check that out, because Mark didn't take it easy on him like he doesn't take it easy on us here.
Yeah, he's got that joy and that strength in his voice.
Yeah, and that was
so
really
great.
good to see.
Thanks, Stefan.
Sure.